Hello and welcome to the RAMCAST podcast. Today we have a couple signees that the Indianapolis Colts have signed in Nick Foles and Tyson Williams. Starting with Nick Foles, he's going to be the backup quarterback for Matt Ryan. What are your initial thoughts?
I think he's a real good fit. I think he's familiar with the system, having worked with Coach Reich before, and he's got experience as a backup and successful experience. He's got some size to him.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about experience. He won a Super Bowl as the backup quarterback.
That's pretty good experience.
In all fairness, everybody was like, oh, Carson Wentz and Frank Reich are going to reunite, and Carson Wentz is going to be an MVP again. That obviously didn't happen. I still think Carson Wentz can be a good quarterback. He's just I think he's just a little stubborn, if you know what I mean. Kind of what we talked about in the last podcast about how he didn't want to. Right. He wanted to throw the ball downfield and not drop it off to Nyheim Hines. But
I think of Carson Wentz's year, and overall it was a good year. But I still see those kind of underhand tosses he had when he was under pressure, and he seemed to panic a little bit. And I don't remember any of those tosses working out very well.
Yeah. Of course, it was that horrible one against Tennessee, but
yes.
I mean, I think he had a few tosses that were good, but most of the time they weren't. So, anyways, Nick Foles, going to be back at quarterback. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. Like, in my mind, okay, something's going to happen and we're going to get destroyed. But that's not what we're going to think about. Anyways, Nick Foles, back at quarterback. What do you think is next for Sam Ehlinger?
I think Sam Ehlinger, I know General Manager Ballard likes him, and everybody says he's got a good mind. He's got a full grasp of all the plays, but he doesn't have the strongest of arm. And I think they probably could only run a portion of their offense with him. I think he sees the field real well. He's got the smarts, but he doesn't have the cannon arm that you need to throw some of those out passes.
Agreed. I mean, there's a good chance he'll be on the practice squad, because it doesn't really make sense to have three active quarterbacks. But at the same time, Matt Ryan and Nick Foles aren't very mobile. So when you get to goal situations near the end zone, Sam Ehlinger can be very helpful. I think we saw him in one game, maybe against Buffalo, try to do it, because he's a good running quarterback. So we could see him on possible opportunities like that. So now we're going to move on to the new running back that the Colts have signed, former Ravens running back Tyson Williams. He was rookie last year out of BYU and only ran for 185 yards and a touchdown. But a lot of people were saying, oh, this guy's underrated. He's going to be good. Kind of got lost in the shuffle after the first few games. But yeah, at the beginning of the season, got some time and even ended up with a 5.3 yard per carry average. Of course, the Colts just signed Phillip Lindsay and already have Hines and Taylor. Do you think this guy can make it past the preseason?
It's going to be hard to tell. There's a small sample size. And if he just had maybe 20 carries, but one of those carries was a 50-yard run, that would kind of skew his per carry average to a higher amount. And I really don't, I need a larger sample size before I could really make an opinion on him. So, like you say, preseason is going to be very important, and that will tell us a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of things like this guy, he's underrated, he's going to be really good, but got lost in the shuffle. And I mentioned last time that I don't think Phillip Lindsay has a lock to make it to the season. I mean, I know everybody's like, oh yeah, he was a Pro Bowl, and I'm just telling people out there, don't be concerned if this guy struggles in the preseason. They may let him go.
I know they love to have competition at the positions, and they certainly have it now at running back. So we'll let it play out, and may the best man win.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be close, and keep an eye on Deion Jackson, see if he can also make it this year. The Colts were high on them last year. So, hey, thanks for watching the RAMCAST podcast. If you like what you heard, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below what you think. As usual, I won't respond to comments, but I'm interested in what you guys have to say. Stay tuned to the next podcast. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.